Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Teresa. I do videos on whatever I want because I don't like putting myself in a box. And today I'm going to share my thoughts on Jubilee's video of women versus fat women. They came out with a video like a few days ago. I want to say it was Wednesday, and this was really, really interesting. It was very, very different from the men talking, which surprised the women in the video. I think it surprised all of us who watched. Jubilee is a great, great channel here on YouTube that just has open and honest conversations from diverse people and just really helps you see different viewpoints. And I absolutely love their channel. So I'm going to read off some of the prompts and just give my thoughts on what was said. So, if you guys don't know me, my name is Teresa. I've been on a weight loss journey since February of 2023. I have used the help of prescribed medication. In February 2023, I started on fentermin, and I did that on and off as you are supposed to until December of 2023. I lost 58 pounds. And then between December of that year, 2023, and April of 2024, I gained about 14 pounds. Well, yeah, exactly 14 pounds back. So I talked to my doctor and finally got her to get me to be back on it. And so I've been on it again. I wasn't losing anything for a month. And so we added Topermate to the mix. And so that helped trigger some weight loss. I lost about 5 pounds with that for like 3 months. I've had to take now a break of fentanyl, so I'm just now doing Topermate alone. Um, and so, yeah, still a journey, still a lot going on here with medication. Um, and so, yeah, still a journey. It's not really ending anytime soon. We got a lot of changes coming up that I can't really talk to you guys about yet. Um, so not until things are kind of put into stone right now, but things are looking pretty likely, I guess, is what I can say right now. But yeah, um, I have the good news is I'm so happy, you guys. If you guys don't know, I'm getting hormone tested uh in 2 weeks. So I'm so excited about that because I can go on my birth control, which for me, I've noticed my birth control is really helping maintain weight and helping me lose weight as well with medication. So we love that. So I cannot wait to do that and get back on my birth control, which I feel like no woman has ever said in her life. But yes, at last, let's get into these prompts because this is probably going to be a really long video. I am going to say we are going to be talking about heavy topics. I don't think we are going to be talking about EDs or anything like that. Um, but just in case it does get brought up, I just want you guys to know ahead of time. And I don't have any experience with EDs, so I can't even talk about that. I don't think that's my place to even talk about that if I myself have no experience with that. So, um, but there might be some other topics that are a bit deep. So, I think I wrote down most of them. I kinda stopped writing them down at some point, but yes. So the first prompt was, "You can control your physique," meaning you can control what you physically look like. And this kinda was in terms of, like, losing weight. And so I would say yes, I was raised if you guys watched the video on, like, why I decided to go on a weight loss journey, I was very much raised. I use this lightly because I don't really like giving my parents credit for raising me because they really didn't. It was teachers who really role. And especially with me being adopted and having a closed adoption, it was just very easy to solidify that like everything health wise is out of our control. And so once I was old enough, and old enough to understand my condition that I had as a child, which was precocious puberty, And once I was old enough to research that and understand that, then I could understand why I was the way that I was. Um, and everything I should say, everything did make sense after that. And so, yes, I fully agree that you can control your physique. Um, but I do agree also with what a lot of the women were saying too, of acknowledging like, yes, there are certain conditions out there that makes it really hard to control your physique as well. One woman has PCOS, and that makes it really hard to lose weight. Um, there's also women on the other spectrum of that who have something going on, or maybe even just genetics that make it really hard to gain weight as well. And so I have somebody in my life who was on the complete other side of the spectrum too. So I definitely think you can control it to a degree, I would say. You don't know until you try, is basically what I'm going to say with this. And so yeah, there's that, because yes, it's 110% valid, you know, with other medical conditions, that you may not be able to lose weight, you may not be able to gain weight, but you don't know until you try. And so, yeah, this is why I'm very much like, if you have the resources, if you are able to talk to your doctor about it first and team up with your doctor before you try and do anything drastic, because losing weight does not just affect, physically how you look. It affects your whole entire body. And especially if you have other medical conditions on top of that, then yes, you need to be teaming up with your doctor. So that was the first prompt, which was you can control your physique. So that's my little rant on that. The next one is body positivity can promote unhealthy habits. And I wrote here what Layla said in defense of Lizzo. I'm trying to think what Layla said. Um, Layla was the woman in the red dress who, honestly, I hate to say it. I don't even want to say it, but I was ready to hate her for some reason. But I saw myself in Layla. Um, and so I don't remember exactly what she said in that prompt, but I'm like, what Layla said. Which I think kind of goes with what I just said, of like, you don't know until you try. Um, and then Bree, oh my god, I freaking loved Bree. I was like, I need to find who this girl is and literally just become friends with her, because she goes, of course, we're talking about weight. And Lizzo is always brought up in the conversation, and I love, love Lizzo. Um, and so Bree goes in defense of Lizzo, and Bree said something really, really smart that I really wanted to talk about here, which she said, people who are overweight are expected to be perfect all the time. And the key word in that is overweight. I'm going to read that to you guys one more time. People who are overweight are expected to be perfect all the time. And the key word is overweight. We know that most of the time, people do not fall into the healthy BMI range, right? In this prompt, they were very much talking about BMI. Excuse me. And so, realistically, a lot of us do not fall into the healthy BMI range. And a lot of us don't even maintain in the healthy BMI range. I would say most normal people, honestly, probably have a BMI of 25 to like 27, I would say, and are completely fine and healthy, so that like little bit overweight. Yeah. Um and yeah, it's just so true. People who are overweight are definitely expected to be perfect like all the time. And I definitely would say people who have gone through a weight loss journey, no matter how they go through it, are definitely expected to now be perfect. And if you don't get that from other people, you get it from yourself. Like, I literally had pizza last night, and I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I have sucked with my diet, and I mean sucked with my diet lately because I have not been cooking and like making things ahead of time, like meal prepping. And so, yeah, I've just been grabbing what I can out of the freezer, and my parents made pizza last night, and it was a small pizza, and I was like, "You know what? I'm gonna have 2 pieces of pizza." Knew full well that I shouldn't because of the sodium content in it, because I am sodium conscious because of being Asian. We hold on to sodium a lot more easily than other races. Um, and yeah, I felt really guilty about that, and I knew it wasn't a good choice. But then I was like, well, I'm going to have to try and figure out, meals for like the next week. And I'm not gonna lie, I've had a lot of stuff on my mind lately as well. So mentally, I've been a little all over the place. I got some news on Tuesday that was absolutely heartbreaking, and I'm not gonna lie, I kinda cried like 3 times this week over it, and so, yeah, there is this expectation to be perfect, um, and like I said, for me personally, I don't really get it from other people, I get it from myself, and so, yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. So you might not get it from other people, but you probably definitely get it from yourself. Even if you don't go through a weight loss journey, there's definitely this expectation to be perfect. And also, like, what is perfect? How do we define perfect, especially when it comes to health, you know? So, next thing before I get on that tangent, the next one, I have taken a weight loss drug. And I said, yes, talk about Fenterman. And yes, Bree, it's a lifestyle change. So Layla, the one in the red dress, actually talked about Fenterman. And the guy who was doing this video immediately asked if it was Ozempic to lose weight. And I'm so tired of society going to Ozempic for, like, weight loss. Like, there are other weight loss drugs out there besides Ozempic to lose weight, and I'm so sick of this automatic thing of, like, "Oh, you're going through weight loss and you're losing drugs, must be Ozempic." Like, we need to get out of this, you guys. We need to stop with this, and this is why I do what I do here on YouTube of sharing my journey through other weight loss medication options. Because no, you don't have to be using Ozempic or any kind of injectables um, to lose weight, because there are other injectables besides Ozempic to lose weight. Like Wegovy is actually a weight loss injectable to help you lose weight. And guess what? It's an injectable that's was not made for, like, diabetes, and that's a really hot button subject, with Ozempic with me and the rest of the world, honestly. Um, so yeah, this is when I saw myself in Layla because she was like, "No, I took Fentamin," although she said it as Phentermine, so however you pronounce it, I say Fenterman, and my doctor says it as Fenterman. So that's how I've said it, to lose weight, and yeah, and she talked about her struggle of regaining like some of the weight back, and I really saw myself in that, and so yeah, and just what Bree said, it's a lifestyle change, you know. Um, what I'll add to that is, you're taking. And I don't know if Layla technically got into this when she was talking, but you're taking all the things that you've learned from taking the drug, and from working with your doctor, by the way. Key here thing is work with your doctor to achieve your goals here. um, you're taking everything that you've learned to then when you come off of your weight loss medication, to continue the lifestyle that you basically gained, I guess. um, that you've learned, the lifestyle that you've learned and gained from being on the drugs to now being off the drugs. You're taking all of that once you get off of it so that you can continue with it for basically the rest of your life. And so, yeah, it's a lifestyle change and it takes a lot to look at yourself and be like, yeah, I want to do this. I want to lose weight. And yeah, like I want to be a better version of myself and I want to be here for a really long time. And I wanna be healthier, and that's super hard personally for me doing that in an area that is super rural that has a lot of fast food, I'm not gonna lie. Like, yeah, but hopefully it won't be like that for much longer. I think I kinda just let that cat out of the bag a little bit, but anywho, so the next thing is fit women are more attractive than fat women. And I kind of got pissed at the one woman who went up and talked about this. I don't think this at all. As somebody who is attracted to women, emotionally, sexually, physically, I think I said emotionally. I honestly do not pay attention a lot to women's bodies when I am attracted to them, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know, like, I don't really fit their bodies into, like, my type, so to speak, and so I don't agree with this whatsoever, and also, I liked what somebody said in this of, like and I think it's Layla who said this, of, "If I see a fit person, I'm like, that person is, like, the gym 24/7, and, like, that's their life, and that's not my life. I'm like, "Preach," because same, like, I'm cool with going to the gym occasionally, if I can afford it, like, if financials, allow it, whatever, but I don't wanna be that person to be somebody a woman's partner to be at the gym, like, lifting weights all the time, doing, like, a really intense diet and that kind of thing. So yeah, I don't agree with this prompt. I don't think it matters. Like I said, I don't really have like a type. I mean, I feel like the women that I've developed crushes on do not lean towards super skinny. I mean, don't lean to like super healthy. I would say they're like this is weird to say, but like fat distribution is like really healthy. And I'm like, cool, whatever. Like, you know, um, yeah, I'm not gonna say anything more because I like the fact that people in my life do not really know what my type is, and I like to keep it that way, honestly. So, yeah. Two more things. Women should be fit enough to protect themselves. I don't know why I wrote that so weird. And this basically was talking about petite women and basically being in situations of danger and not physically being capable enough to protect themselves if anything were to happen. And as somebody who is petite and has lost a crap load of weight, I 100% agree with this because this is something that I feel like now in my life, people don't really understand. Like, at least my parents don't understand, especially my mom, who is a bigger woman and is round, I will say, who is very stereotyped, like apple shaped body, like, doesn't understand. And so I'm like, even with like animals, like the person who somebody literally shared a story of an animal who attacked them in a group of friends, and of course, she was, like, the bigger girl of the group and couldn't really, like, defend herself, whatever, and I was like, "Oh my god," like, I feel that because we don't know what animals are thinking, like, they might go for somebody who's bigger, who has, like, more meat on them or something, I don't know, and it's like, you don't know what an animal is thinking. You don't know if they're gonna go for something that's littler because of just, like, how that animal eats, like, who knows? But also with just in general of being a woman, it's sad that women have to protect themselves like that, first of all. But, yeah, that the petite women are the ones who are often, I hate to say it, but, like, targeted. The smaller women tend to be targeted a lot, it seems like. I mean, I feel like when I was bigger, there was a lot of research out there saying that obese women are way less likely, like small and obese women, I guess, or just obese women in general were way less likely to have something happen to them than somebody who was like tiny. And so that's definitely something that I fear with like now in my life. Um Especially with a huge, like, change coming up in my life, because chances are I am gonna do this, like, alone, but yeah, I definitely what somebody else said, it probably was Bree who said, "Lose the weight, but then focus on building muscle." And so, yeah, like, know how to protect yourself, take some defensive, you know, self-defense classes, and so, yeah, so totally agree with that because yes, as somebody who is petite, I'm 4'11", and now like losing a bunch of weight and just now like looking a lot smaller, I feel this. Because I've always been little in the sense of being like short, but I mean when you're short and you're obese, but you're not like the typical apple-shaped body, if you will, it's a different story. But now I'm short and I'm skinny and, like, I'm literally, like, tiny. I it's just different. I mean, if you know, you know, So, yeah. The last thing here is I have abused my body, and this can be physically, this can be mentally, however you wanna read this. I've never done anything physically to my body as far as, um, using certain things. I really need to be careful what I say because this is YouTube. Um, but and I wouldn't even necessarily say that I abused my body with what I put into it, because truthfully of where I live. I've lived in the Midwest my entire life and kind of went by, fed is best. And, we didn't really learn a lot about nutrition and a good diet and all of that kind of stuff. And so, um, what I will say is I definitely have abused my body with thoughts. And so, yeah, with a lot of thoughts, and I will say more so I've abused my body during this journey than anything. I don't think, but I was smart enough to know, like, "Hey, if this keeps going, if I keep gaining weight, like, I'm gonna be running into issues here." And so this is what honestly led me to getting hormone tested was because I didn't know if it was a hormone issue. And so I was like, "You know what? Like, I'm 26 now. I'm gonna be kicked off of my parents' insurance at the end of October. Thankfully, I got that situation all taken care of. Um, let's do it. Let's get tested because I also want answers to what's going on as I've had other symptoms. So let's get some answers." And so I am going to be so shocked if those test results come back and it says like that the levels are normal, because I'm like, hell no, they're not, because of other symptoms that I've had. And so, yeah. So, anyways, that is all of the prompts. I hope you guys liked it. I hope I didn't go too far on any tangents in this video, but Who knows? It's me. So hope you guys like this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe down below. Hit the bell for notifications. I post every single weekend, you guys. A lot of my content is related to weight loss stuff. There's other things here and there as well. I will pre-warn you guys that coming up, let's see. So next weekend, you guys will have a video. The weekend after that, you guys will have a video. So you guys will have 2 more videos, but then the weekend after that, you guys probably will not have a video because I have a family thing that weekend, which is the weekend of November 9th and the 10th. Um, we have a huge family thing going on. So you guys will not get a video then. And then maybe I'll be able to let some more stuff out about what's going on. So, I love you guys so much. Thank you all so much for the support. Maybe we can get to like 300 subscribers by the end of this year. So be sure to like share with your friends that, the channel and some videos that you guys like. And yeah, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys all later. Bye.